Hi, Carmen. I'm Brittany from Geeks of Color. How are you today?
I'm great. Yeah, really well.
Amazing. So, my first question for you was just when you got the script for Fountain of Youth, what was it in particular that spoke to you about it or excited you about it?
Well, I knew I was going to potentially be the comic relief, and I don't get to do that very often, if ever, actually. I think my resume is pretty serious. So the idea to get to sort of play something that was a little lighter and more fun was like super exciting to me. Um, the Guy Ritchie of it all was I thought was going to be interesting. I didn't realize how interesting in ways that I didn't anticipate. Like he's very unorthodox the way he approaches filmmaking. He's there's a lot of improvisation. There's a lot of just like sort of like figuring it out on the day. So you really kind of at some point kind of almost give up on the script and just sort of go, okay, I'm just going to show up and I'm going to be a vessel, do with me what you will kind of thing. And thankfully we were working with a cast that were all up for that, because if anybody was like, this is crazy, no thank you, then it might have been a whole other experience. But everyone, it was a full team play sort of experience, so that was cool. And then the locations, the idea of going to Egypt has been like a lifelong dream, and I think probably for a lot of people, to actually fulfill it on on somebody else's dime, frankly, and in a way that is super stylish and all access is just like the way to go. I mean, we got to do things at the pyramids that I was like, this is shocking that we are able to blow up trucks and do insane things actually on site, respectfully, but on site. And it was just amazing that we got to actually act in the environment that we were trying to sort of play and not just be sort of in front of a green screen or CGI sort of situation. So that was appealing. And yeah, just the idea of making a film that kind of harkens back to the sort of movies I grew up watching when I was younger, that those sort of adventure films that we associate, action films that we associate with people like Harrison Ford and, that kind of good stuff. So lots of reasons.
Amazing. And what was it in particular about Deb that when you were reading the script that you really enjoyed about her, or even something that you related to about her on a personal level?
Yeah, well, I kind of felt like in the writing, I felt tonally what they were going for, and I was like, okay, I know that. I actually know that sort of person, and also I'm playing British, by the way, which I don't get to do very often either. And I literally know that sort of voice, even being called Deb. It's a very particular kind of English persona. So the chance to sort of play into that I knew how to get in. I knew my way in, and I get to work with John Krasinski as his sort of sidekick, as it were, and I'm sort of the fixer for him. And I just think John is so talented and really in this genre in particular, he's so funny. He's got timing, so it's challenging for me because it's not my space really to play that sort of comedic stuff. But I was really sort of supported and bolstered by him. So that was nice to know that I would be going into a film where he'd be the person I'd probably be working with most closely. And but I'm really working with everybody, and everyone was like amazing.
And my final question for you, obviously in this movie, they're looking for the Fountain of Youth. If there was, a mythological place, thing, or creature that you could be the first to find, which one would you lean towards for you?
A mythological creature. Ooh, oh my gosh. I don't know why the Cyclops just came to mind. I have no idea. I have no interest in ever meeting a Cyclops, so I don't know why I said that. But that was the first thing that came to mind. Possibly a unicorn, but I feel like that's like, then what do you do with it? Like, I don't even know what the traits of a unicorn actually are, other than looking amazing and unique. But yeah, one of those. Both
And
of those.
yeah, unicorn and dragon would be at the top of my
Oh,
list.
Franken, there you go. Of course.
Thank you so much, Carmen, for your time. I really enjoyed the movie. I hope everyone watches it when it comes out in a few days.
Yeah, thank you so much.